What up, y'all? This is Justin Muzack, and you're now tuned into Justified Media. I have a very special guest, a good friend, a friend of the team, Serge Severe. How you doing?
What up, man? I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Glad I found y'all.
Yeah, man. It's great to see you, and we're in a new location, and it's a beautiful moment, you know? You've been doing a lot of great things. I've been seeing it from shows to visuals to marketing, and man, I want to go through the journey.
All right.
And one of the first things I found out about you was your dad was a percussionist.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that influence you, and how has that helped you in terms of being a rapper?
Yeah. I've been reflecting a lot about this. So yeah, my dad is like a master Latin percussionist. He's from Nicaragua, Managua, the capital. And so he came up as a teen to the States, eventually met my mom in San Francisco during the heyday of like salsa music. Mm-hmm. So, music was always a part of me, just growing up and being around him, watching him play. I would eventually moved away from him, but I would always come back, and he would show me stuff that he was doing before I even knew I was going to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But he played with legendary people like Dizzy Gillespie. He played on HBO when I was a kid with Santana, like things like I didn't even know what that meant. You know, he toured the world with Ruben Blades. I'm reflecting a lot about when I would visit him. He was already putting out CDs, so he's putting me on game on how to do it, how to put it in the stores. So we would go to Amoeba and like Rasputin, and he'd check on his consignment. And I was young, and I was like soaking it all in. So really, it's just like his rhythm is in, percussion, and I didn't find out till I was like getting a little bit older and into hip hop. My rhythm was MCing. So yeah.
Yeah. So it's always been hip hop.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, that's incredible.
Yeah.
You said you moved away from your pops.
Yeah.
You grew up in the Bay. How did that develop you as a hip hop artist?
Yeah. So technically, I grew up pretty young in the Bay, moved around a lot with my mom. So we were in San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley. This is a large pockets of culture. Mm-hmm. And then we went into culture shock. She moved me up to Oregon, so moved up to Portland. So that was very, very different. However, it's white up there, to put it blunt. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have as much hip hop going on, especially on the radio. But every time I visit my pops, I would come and see what was going on in the Bay, you know what I mean? And I had a cousin my age who was showing me the fashion and all the music, and I would go back up to Portland and be like, okay, I see what's going on. So I felt like I was like ahead of what was going on.
Yeah. I mean, the Bay is so much more than like the hyphy scene. Mm-hmm. And, much respect to E40 and Too Short and everything like that. But, Zion I comes from the Bay. Planet Asia, originally from Fresno, but did his thing. Stone's Throw started off in the Bay.
Yep.
Were you leaning more towards that? That sound? Because I mean, you're a rapper's rapper.
Yeah, I think originally I heard the more of the mainstream stuff, like Too Short, E40, and all those things, and then I did hear Hyro. You know what I'm saying? Then I did hear Souls of Mischief. A lot of that was in the mainstream too, so that was a little bit different. They were on bigger platforms and stuff. So I think I'm a mixture of everything. I kind of like everything. But then, yes, when I did finally hear like Sway and Tech freestyles, someone like Planet Asia rap, I was like, you know what? There's levels to this. I compare that to like the best skateboard tricks. Like he's doing the best lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like nasty stuff. And I didn't know you could rap on that level till I heard Sway and Tech's freestyle CDs, and they just cut out the portions of the freestyles. You know what I'm saying? So that really influenced me, for sure.
Yeah. Was your mom very supportive around that time?
What's funny was I would hide it from her, because if you remember, hip hop was kind of demonized by the media. So I was scared to show her what I was into. But when I talked to her later, because what I would do is you could buy the CD and you get the instrumental. So I would set up 2 boom boxes, and then, I would put on the instrumental, and then I would freestyle and record it. And that's the first time I would hear myself. But then my mom, later on, when she found out what I did, she's like, yeah, I could hear you. I didn't know what you were doing, but yeah, I was afraid to show her. You know what I'm saying?
Please take us through the new album, Bella's
Okay.
Son, because you know, the beautiful artwork, the picture of your mom.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, you're being very honest and transparent and super dope on it. Just take us through a little bit of that process.
Yeah. So Bella's Son was like a 6-year process, to be honest. I'm good with writing a bar out track. I come from the ciphers, the freestyles. You know what I'm saying? I even did a team backpack that they never put out, which is criminal because I rap for like 3 minutes straight. The point is I come from that era of just like grab the mic and prove it, open mic, spit your bars. And as I got older, I was like, I want to start writing songs with more meaning. So I was pushing myself to be a storyteller, pushing myself to be more vulnerable. So when I would write these songs, I'd be like, okay, this goes in a more personal album. So I would record, whatever would come out, and I kept putting songs away. And eventually they started becoming more about like my journey and my upbringing, my family. But within that process, my mom got cancer, and she ended up passing in like 10 months from the diagnosis. So after she passed, I wrote a bunch of songs about her. I had already written songs to her, like letters to her and things like that. And that just kind of like made the concept even stronger. So then the cover art is her younger. She was a model, actress, very beautiful woman. She never really believed in herself that much, but like the best thing I could do is honor her, put her on vinyl. She lives there forever. So that was just kind of like my process.
Yeah. What was that like being vulnerable? Because that's heavy. And I definitely want to tell you my condolences, right?
Thank you.
I mean, for you to be vulnerable and to put your experience out for people to critique. Has there ever been a time where you're like, oh man, like this is just too personal. I'm just not there yet for people to really critique something so personal to me.
Yeah. Well, it took a while to create, took a while to put out and manifest it all. But for me, it's therapeutic, you know? So
got it.
It's just like I release it to the world and whatever comes out comes back.
Yeah.
I mess with it. It's for me, you know? It's honestly for me, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the beautiful thing about you, and I really respect about you, is your output. And you've been working with our head of production, Mid-City Folk.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, you really helped seal the deal for me to have a partnership with this creative and great individual. How has that been world building, especially around this album and everything like that?
Yeah.
Or past work too?
I mean, it's been amazing. I've always wanted to meet someone that's down to work, because I wanna work, and I feel like I'm at the top of my game. And what I love about our relationship is we met organically. It wasn't forced. It wasn't like people trying to set us up. It was like I rocked a show with you organically. I never met you. For Ghostface, we're the only people that opened it, right? And he shot the photos. I thought they were dope. We stayed in contact, and that's kind of the rest is history. But we've been working at a high pace. In this output, this year is the most traction I've got ever. So we're just like, you know, we're gassing it now.
Yeah, it's truly amazing to see, and to see your pen game just manifest itself.
Thank you.
Like one of one, bro, I almost like threw my phone at how nasty that was. I was just like, oh my God, Alec. And the real thing is we have this conversation often between him and I.
Yeah.
And I've said it off air, I want to say it now. He is my Chad Hugo to my Pharrell.
Okay.
And I'm like, sometimes you got to let the art say what it is. We can't control it. And he was telling me the process of one of one, and dude, it's incredible. Just the one shot of you just in the car rapping and hanging out the window. It's just the angle is.
That's all him. Yeah. And so that was funny because we've shot there before. It's behind a middle school. You know, it has dope scenic palm trees, but he was like, I didn't even know cameras can do that. You know what I'm saying? They have little suction cups. Every car we've used is my car, you know? So it's like, we keep it real like that. So Just put it on there. And he's like, hang out. We did it once, honestly. And then I was nervous because I was like, he's like, hang out the car even more. And he's going to drive my car. And I was like, I hope this fool can drive, you know. And then, so he's actually driving pretty quick. And there's like, all right, one more time, but hang your body out way more out the car. And I was like, all right. So I did it. And that shit came out crazy. No, I'd never seen that shot before in any video. And right now it's at almost 21,000 views.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm declaring it here. He's the next Hype Williams.
Okay.
I'm saying that, and so far, my predictions have gotten me pretty far. So he's next up for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously you're next up as an MC.
Thank you.
I mean, when it comes to writing, and
yeah,
I feel like bars are becoming more and more appreciated like they once were. What is an underrated skill when it comes to writing as an MC?
I think thinking about the end and not the beginning. So, have you ever heard of someone writing backwards?
I have.
Okay.
Reverse engineering.
Yeah. So it's like you got the punchline, right? But you don't start with the punchline. You have the punchline at the end. And you reverse it back. That's a little secret. So it's like, you got something you want to say. It's like a boxer combo, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like ba 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 ba, and then ba ba ba, and then bow, right? So
that's how I write interview questions.
Okay. Yeah.
I come up with bangers and then I piece them together.
I don't know how people do it, but that's one thing that I do. Another thing I do, I think I just I think you got to come out swinging too. The first bar got to count. You know, people's attention spans.
Yeah, especially these days with TikToks and Reels. And you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. I mean, we opened up for Ghostface Killah, but we also opened up for Rakim.
Yeah.
You've opened up for Slum Village. I mean, the list goes on. And your showmanship is ridiculous. The amount of effort and work. And I've been in rehearsals with you. Like, even when I was working at Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud, you pulled up and we were in the green room getting busy, like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So what is something that you've taken away from any of those shows that you applied to your showmanship and that's led you to continuously open up for such legendary people?
Having less and less fear. I think when I did the last show with Rakim, you should be a little nervous. I mean, that's normal, right? You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I could tell you, like, at that moment, I knew that's exactly where I needed to be. LA is exactly where I need to be right now. This is my moment. Less and less fear. I let a little bit of fear creep in. I think it's normal, but that window of fear is small. It gets smaller and smaller. But to be honest, when I grew up, I studied the greats. I would go to shows, pay my money. I saw Eminem's first tour, you know what I'm saying? I saw Outkast, you know. I would study KRS-One. It's like just all the best MCs I would try to study and just emulate, see what they do, see how they interact with the crowd, see how they set up a song, see how they come out. Like KRS-One had this thing. I spent time with KRS-One twice, like a little more like intimately, and he would like tell me like just certain tricks, man, certain tricks. And one is crazy. You're talking about layers. So you don't come out wearing what you're going to wear. Use layers to it. So like when KRS comes out, he like has different stuff on. Eventually throughout the show, he starts taking layers off. So the crowd is growing with you subconsciously. Yeah, he's on some different shit. But
yeah, I mean, for me, DJing, I just know that if I jump around and if y'all feel what I'm feeling and I'm having a good time, you're gonna have a good time.
Right.
So I could definitely see that in KRS-One. I mean, the Blastmaster,
the GOAT. I mean,
yeah.
Like if you see him MC, like how could you not feel that? Like his projection inspired me. So when I rap on the mic, you can hear my ass because I watched him and I was like, how does he do it? He's rapping from his stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I tell people all the time, I don't DJ from my head, not even really from my ears. I DJ from the soul because it's a revolving cycle. So it radiates out and then I give it to the crowd, and they give it back, and then it just, and that's how we were able to do it for 3.5 hours. You know,
right.
Because I was like, you know, I'm not a turntablist. I can scratch a little bit. You know, I was doing some scratching for you, but y'all gonna feel this, and I think that's why we connect, because we come from that. No, if you put us on stage, we're gonna give you a show.
Yeah, and I think you got to practice. You know, you got to get your reps in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You got to be prepared. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I tell the team all the time, I treat everything like practice, so I never have to get ready. If you woke me up at 4 a.m. and said drop a set and freestyle the whole thing, done deal.
I agree. I mean, you got to be ready. You never know who's going to tell you to rap on the spot. I mean, I don't always like that, but if it's someone you need to rap for, you better rap. You know what I'm saying? If someone's like, hey, come up to this radio station with me, are you ready? You can't be like, nah.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
You better have bars on deck.
Yeah, and honestly, these days for us, that's a text message and an email away, or a phone call, depending on how close the relationship is.
It's coming.
It's here. Yeah. It's already here.
Yeah, I see it.
So, but yeah, man, we're coming to the close of this.
Oh.
Anything new coming up? You want to announce any world exclusives while we're here?
Just look out for more visuals. Working with Mid City Folk, we'll be dropping reels, more videos. They're going to be looking dope and different. You know what I'm saying? We're going to switch it up. We're already working on it. My next actual real single, not freestyles on beats, but I'm going to drop a bunch of new West Coast stuff.
Nice.
Hard shit, like hard classic bangers. I got 4 written. I'm about to record. I feel like I'm in a very good crazy zone right now with my pen. I honestly woke up at 5 in the morning the other day and just wrote the craziest thing. I was like, oh, this felt like God, you know? Like,
yeah, man.
You gotta let it go. But the next actual single is with an MC named Milk out of Portland.
He has this record called Woosah.
Yeah, he's nice. Man.
Off of Good Talk.
I've known him for a long time.
No, bro.
Yeah.
The line.
What'd he say?
He said, all my heroes dead or all my heroes unsung. I forgot the lead up, but like, I felt that. I was like, yo, because like, for me, like Mac, Nipsey, and then like shout out to Mike Shahade and like Eric Abel and just, you know, other people in the industry that are unsung. That's why I felt like it's like all my heroes dead and all my heroes unsung. And just the way he came in East Side Fly, you know.
But he,
like, it's just,
he unsung.
incredible.
He's been killing shit for years. And now he's got management and he's getting heard. So I've known him for years. So this is the first in Portland. Like, we was doing shows a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I was putting him on shows. So we did this joint called Younger Days. It's the illest beat, and that's what we kind of rap about. But yeah, that'll be the next single. I just put it on distribution. It's going to depend how fast their ass will put it out. But I already got my video part done. So
yeah, man. Well, it's incredible. You have our support. I mean, you're family to the team.
Fact.
So thank you for taking this time to sit down with us and chop it up, bro.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.